It says in this question, this is from CCEA M1 2019, so it's an old legacy paper, but it's relevant to AS2, the mechanics part of it. It says a small ball is projected vertically upwards from ground level with a speed of u. The ball takes 4 seconds to return to ground level. On the axis, sketch a velocity time graph to represent the motion of the ball in these 4 seconds. Okay, so it starts off with some speed. So up here, it's got a speed of u, and that's the speed that it's throwing. And what will happen is it will actually slow down. It will get to here, its speed will be 0, and that's when it's at its maximum height. And what happens then? What happens then is it will continue on from its maximum height. It will then speed up, and it's going the other way. So that really is, it gets to a speed of negative u. So, and that was in 4 seconds. So that's what we're going to have here. So it's going to be 4 seconds is going to be all the way down to here. This isn't letting me write for some reason. 4 seconds is going to be down to here. It says in the next one, the maximum height above the ground is 19.6, and it was thrown from ground level. Let's just check that. It was ball was projected vertically upwards from ground level. So then we can just get cracking with this. So if it's thrown vertically upwards, its speed was u, its initial speed was u. And also then, to get to its maximum height, the maximum height then was 19.6. You can also then do, say that your time, remember the whole time was 4, so the time to get the maximum height is going to be half of that. Our u is just equal to u, and then what we know at maximum height, your v is equal to 0. So we're just going to use the formula S is equal to a half u plus v times t. So that means 19.6 is equal to a half, and then u plus v, so that's just u plus 0, and then times t, which is 2, and then we can have then, that's just going to be u works out to be 19.6, and that's going to be in meters per second. That's the units of velocity, meters per second. Okay, we're just going to look at other methods of doing this question, because you can use loads of different methods for doing the same question. So the other method we're going to look at is just by still using the SUVAT question, but we're going to consider the whole motion. So my initial speed is u, my final speed is minus u, and my time is 4 seconds. And what else do we know? We know our acceleration due to gravity would be minus 9.8. So you could actually use that as well without using the maximum height. So we just say, if you just said your initial speed is u upwards, your final speed when you get back down to the ground is going to be minus u upwards. Your acceleration due to gravity is minus 9.8 upwards. And my total time for this was 4 seconds. So we're going to use v is equal to u plus at, which means minus u is equal to u. That'll be minus 9.8 times 4. And then if you do that, that's going to be minus u is equal to u, and that would be minus 39.2. Bring the u's across to one side, fire the 39.2 across, so it's positive. You'll have 2u's equal to this, and then 39.2 divided by 2 is equal to the u. So the u works out again to be 19.6. So there's a couple of ways of doing it with using your velocity time graph. Without using your velocity time graph, using your SUVAT equation. Okay, and one more way of doing it is, and I'm going to do one way of doing the velocity time graph. So you could use the area. So the last one, I'll just do it up here, actually, the area. Now, we know, it tells you in the question, and it tells you that the maximum height of the ball above the ground is 19.6. So that means, from a velocity time graph, this area is going to be 19.6 units, so 19.6 units squared, sorry. So that's the area, 19.6 meters squared. So, and as well, we know this time is going to be 2. So you've got a base of a triangle, you've got a height of a triangle, and you know its area. So this is for our part 2. Another way of doing it is just say then the area is equal to 19.6. So 19.6 is equal to a half times the base, which is 2, times the height, which is u, which means 19.6 is equal to a half times 2 times u, or u is equal to 19.6 meters per second. So there's 3 ways you can do the same question.